And welcome to another episode of Mahoney's Madhouse. I am your esteemed father, Father Mahoney, and with me always is Mr. Cyrus Alderwood. How are you doing, my friend?
The illegitimate one himself. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. I felt like the introduction today should have been a little bit different, though, because this is kind of like a backwards horror type movie that we're watching tonight. It's like out in the backwoods, the swamp, and I feel like
Yeah,
I should be Travis, or you should be Cody today. But
yeah, backwoods. The operative words there. That's yeah. We've got a doozy of one tonight, man. I watched this movie for the first time last week, and wow.
yeah. So how was your trip, my friend?
Oh, pretty good trip, pretty productive. Changing offices, so I had to go to Frankfort, Kentucky. I was up there for a couple of days and drove back today, and nice drive. Just let my mind wander and driving across Mountain Parkway and beautiful scenery. So yeah, pretty nice. Just tiring.
Yeah, I totally forgot I already had your phone number too, because you like called me. Like I'm like, how do I call you? Like, and then I looked at my phone book like a day ago, and I was like, oh shit, he's already there.
Yeah, like the Cyrus bat signal. You can just flash at the sky
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, I got it."
Well, because I think originally I was looking for JC, and I was like, well, I've only known you as Cyrus, so I was like, I had to look under Cyrus. I was like, oh, there it is.
That's funny. Yeah, because you have to use a pen name because nobody can spell my last name. It's the worst
Yeah.
crap name in all the state of Virginia. So
How does that is that pronounced again?
Schweingruber.
Schweingruber. You sound
Yeah,
like a character for like a villain from like Lethal Weapon.
no kidding. No kidding. So it's funny. Like when in the summer when it gets hot and I shave my head and I have this goatee, I look
Die
like,
Hard. It could be Die Hard too.
oh yeah, I look like the bad guy from every movie.
Yeah.
And I shave my head.
Mr. Schwengberger requests presents.
You could be Gruber's like cousin or something. Hans Gruber.
It's funny. My
Mr.
business partner,
Schwengberger.
my business partner, he's a college professor, and he's like, "Man, you should teach." I'm like, "No, I'm not going to teach." But if I was ever a professor, when it comes time to turn in the term papers, I would stand in front of the class and go, "Your papers, please.
Yeah, papers.
I need to see your papers."
You know, it'd be funny in high school. You'd be like, "My name is Mr. Schweinberger," and they're like, "Schlongberger? Is your name Schlongberger?"
Yeah, I got that
Wrong.
one. I got that a lot. I got all kinds of funny names.
You know what I got? I got Ho.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do that.
geez.
He just called me Ho, and I'm like, okay, like it was supposed to hurt feelings or something.
Well, while we're talking about names, I used to get Mahomo.
Fucking kids are dicks.
Yeah. So we,
It's
we all got harassed in school then.
Oh, I know, and because of that,
Homo's show with Ho is the producer and Schlongberger.
We might have to change the name as like dysfunctional last names.
and so I got ribbed so much about it. So when my sisters started having kids, and they were talking about names that they might name them, I screwed up every name for them. Like my niece was originally gonna be called Jenna, and I'm like, no, they're gonna call her Genitalia. Stop that right now. And I screwed up every name they tried to pick.
You're right. But you're right. Like kids just pick a name. You got to pick some fucking weird ass name or something for them not to fuck with you. Unfortunately for us, it was our last name.
Yeah.
You can't run away from that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at least you're not a boy named Sue.
Yeah. Have you?
Boy named Sue.
Hey, Mahoney, you
Oh.
mentioned that you saw Ghostbusters this week. I'm going next week. Have you seen Ghostbusters, Bo?
No, but I heard it's like they just hit you with like a nostalgia ball of just nostalgia, just throwing everything in the kitchen sink. And I'm just hearing that. I still want to see it. I'll still watch it because people hated on the last one, and I like that one. So
Yeah. Well, it does hit you with a lot of ball and nostalgia, but there's a lot of nostalgia that sometimes people forgot. So it was kind of a good nostalgia thing where it wasn't the typical, like, bringing back Harold Ramis's character. Like, that was, yeah, they do mention him, but
Wouldn't that be
The nostalgia is like a reminder nostalgia.
Wouldn't that be the equivalent of a cop going to prison if they put Egon in that trap and they put him in the vault with all the ghosts in there? Like, we remember you, Spangler, Spank it, you piece of shit. You put us in here now.
This one has a really good storyline. It's back in New York again. I can tell you that. There's a good mix of old and new. The originals are a little bit more involved in this one than they were in the last one.
Yeah, where they showed at the end of the movie.
that one that I liked. The fact they're not just there to save the day at the end. They're kind of involved with the newer Ghostbusters, and there's more Ghostbusters in this one. I won't say how many, but there's a few other characters that you never thought were going to be Ghostbusters.
Can I ask you something though? I mean, it really, I guess, give me perspective. My question is, was it so much the nostalgia shit that it was like, all right, come the fuck on? Was it like that? Like, come on, really more? Or was
it pays homage to not just the first one. It pays homage to the second and third one. So nice. It's a little bit of mixture of nostalgia.
But they don't overdo it. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, they don't open, and they separate it pretty good. So like, it's not just one nostalgia right after another.
Okay, that was my concern.
I will say there was but it was, like I said, it wasn't nostalgia that like is a typical thing that you'll see all the time. Where what I'm trying to say is like every movie has their major scenes, and sometimes that is the nostalgia they put in movies. This one is not like more major scenes, but little reminders of like where they came from to where they are now. So, okay. So that I liked. It's a fun movie. I will say, very fun. There are some emotional moments, just like Afterlife. There's character changes. There's also a little character or two from the past that are back again.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that weren't in Afterlife. So that's all I can really tell you without actually spoiling it too much. But I did a video on it on my my YouTube channel, and I gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. So,
oh damn! All right. Well,
yeah, I don't think it's as great as I think Afterlife was. So much better than people were giving credit for. Like you said earlier, where people were trashing it, and it's actually an excellent movie. It's in this one I think I gave Afterlife 4.5. So this is just shy of that. And the only reason I put it that low is there is a couple scenes where it drags a little bit too long, but overall I had a great time. I waited until the end credits, and yes, you have to wait till the end credits. I will say that too.
So, okay. Yeah, I don't want to, I'm not going to guess anymore. Everybody just go see it, I guess. Right?
I will tell you that they kind of leave it for a possibility of a fifth movie. So, so that's all I got to say about that.
They keep making
I definitely highly recommend it, viewers, and my co-host and my producer. I highly suggest that you guys see it.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, I'm going to try to see it before the next episode, and we'll give our opinions on it since Cyrus the Donut King is going to go tomorrow.
So I will be taking sneaking donuts in the movie theater. I'll give you a review.
Can I guess where you're going to put them to stick them in?
No, in the bottom of the popcorn. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah, so that guarantees no one's going to reach down there and take my stuff.
So I think when we started the channel, I did a segment where I talked about 2024 movies coming, and there was one particular movie I was not very fond of them making again. It was called The First Omen. Yeah. They did release the trailer. And actually, I might change my opinion. I may go see this. The trailer was a little intriguing.
Well,
I agree. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what is it called? I haven't seen it, and I guess you want to show it for the audience or no?
Yeah. The first. It's the Omen, but it's like a prequel to the Omen. The first
the
Omen.
First Omen. I agree with you, Rob. I was disappointed. I was like, why are they doing this? But then, like now I think I might want to go see this.
It's coming out in April. I think it's April 5th.
Oh,
Yeah, if you can find the trailer on the, and then we'll talk about another trailer after that because
Okay.
there was another trailer that just got released recently.
All right. Sorry, I was looking it up. They have fake trailers all over the place that show it first. Fucking assholes.
Yeah, I think this one I can't remember how it started, but there is a real trailer out there.
All right.
Yeah, this looks like it. Yeah.
Oh shit! I got her for the
Great
bed.
plans for you. This child is his way.
There's this girl at the orphanage. I think that she really needs someone to look out for her.
Carlita suffers from a touch of madness.
You must be very careful, Margaret. Bad things will start to happen around her. Evil things.
Hi.
It's all, don't.
Oh shit! Flame on!
What does any of this have to do with Carly?
She yelled for out on fire.
This church has maintained power for thousands of years. They will stop at nothing to keep it that way. How do you control people who no longer believe?
So it's a
You
chick.
create something to fear.
Yeah.
I believe the girl is to be the mother.
Mother of what?
It's the mark of the devil.
It's not real. 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 What's not real? Who did that?
Oh shit!
This is very real.
was
This is what happens when fathers don't stick around. Next thing you know, cities go bad.
I know.
Crimes up in the neighborhood.
Well,
This
you
is
know
the daughter of the devil.
The devil. I do appreciate that. Look, I think it's a pretty cool concept because Damien he was adopted by Gregory Peck, so we get to see where he actually came from, right?
Yep.
Or did they cover that in Omen or no? They just had a baby or
Yeah, they just had. I think the baby was already born at that point. So.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, no, good idea. I mean, shit, we'll see.
It has me really intrigued, and it's only like a couple weeks, like maybe a week and a half away. So, April 15th is the opening date. I will probably be there because I do have next Friday off. So, I'll probably be there front row, and their front row is like it's behind like a handicap section, so it's not like you're not looking up and getting like whiplash or anything. So
I got whiplash one time.
yeah,
It was a rough day.
and the other movie I wanted to the trailer was Beetlejuice.
Another movie.
Another one I was kind of skeptical about, but they do have Tim Burton back, and I hope they let Tim Burton do his Tim Burton thing. And
I think they did because what I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, like he was doing like practical effects and stop motion. So
yeah,
I mean, this movie is kind of back to the roots of the first one, or letting him do what he does.
Yeah. Stay away from the CGI. I think CGI has a certain place in movies.
With Beetlejuice, though, like Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I think when you use too much CGI, I think it just messes the whole configuration up. And that's my opinion. So
No, I think you're right. Cyrus, do you concur?
I concur.
He concurs. That's all we need. All right. Here's the trailer. I must admit, I wasn't really interested in it, but my wife was like, "Look at it, look at it."
Have you seen the trailer?
I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest. Oh, there we go. The little town. I do like how they killed the child molester. That was great. The dad.
I think this is a nice touch with the song.
The juice is loose. It's huh.
Man, for a 72-year-old guy, he still looks good in the Beetlejuice outfit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like I said, I like that little touch with the song that goes with it. It's good to see Winona Ryder back.
Yeah.
The both parents are back. Of course, Michael Keaton's back, and Tim Burton. That, to me, that was what was worrying me. Were they going to be able to get Tim Burton back for this? Because in anyone else's hands,
No.
Beetlejuice can't work.
No, it wouldn't have.
No.
Now I do have, and I'm going to get Cyrus in on this. We're going to write a script called Beetle Dick because he likes writing books about dicks. So we're going to do Beetle Dick. Yeah, and then the juice is loose is going to have a whole different type of meaning.
We talking golden showers or what?
That could be part 2.
Beetle Dick Part 2. The juice is loose.
Could he have a twin brother named Needle?
Yes. Oh, dude, Beetle and Needle Dick. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. Get on it. We're going to produce this.
That's hilarious. I love it.
I was going to say dick juice, but that's a little too on the nose.
I'm a perfect actor to play Beetle Dick. You could recruit John Lovitz to play Beetle Dick.
Damn, Rob, you already casted this thing. It looks like it's going to happen.
It just looks like a character John Lovitz would play.
I know. You heard it here first.
And you still keep the comedy factor too, because he's a funny guy.
Let's do it.
Oh, God.
Beetle and Needle.
Beetle and Needle Dick.
If you can get Rick Moranis out of retirement, he could play one of the parents.
That poor motherfucker. Well, if people stop just running up and punching him, I think he'd just be fine coming back. But I guess he's like, I want to go back out there. I want to be in that shit.
So coming soon, folks. You heard it here first. Beetle Dick.
Beetle Dick.
Coming to a theater in 2025.
I'll make a movie poster. Don't worry. It'll be posted on your group. So.
So the juice is loose will be on my group. Cool.
The movie you didn't know you needed to see.
Yeah.
It'll change your life.
Production value better be higher than Troll 2.
We're not going to promise anything, damn it.
It'll change the way you think. Maybe not for the better.
You know what? Instead of John Lovitz, we'll get Tommy Wiseau.
Okay.
Oh, hi. You called me. I am the Beetle Dick.
His twin brother has to be a midget.
Yeah. Now we're ripping off twins? Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
So we get Hornswoggle to play the midget.
We'll get Warwick Davis. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, no, he's not doing anything, like literally. So I'm going to use the Hornswoggle comment as a segue to my one wrestling thing I wanted to talk about before we get into Hatchet. So I watched a couple of videos from last week's Raw. Well, actually the last 2 weeks, and people have been criticizing The Rock for his mouth lately. He was dropping F-bombs, like "go fuck yourself," and you fucked with The Rock, and so like people were like, "Wait a minute, this is a PG show."
That sounds like a Monday in my world.
Yeah, I think even like what's his name, Drew McIntyre even said that, like, "Watch out, it's PG." I don't understand the criticism though, because AEW has been doing the F-bombs for like 4 years now.
And I know that's the best part of the show.
Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
I guarantee whoever wrote that, like people that were offended, are having a kid's birthday party. They're going down a fucking water slide for a little son of a bitch birthday party, and they're playing that fucking WAP song. You know these people. That's what pisses me off about all these people who are like, oh my God, they said that. I'm like, we are now, our generation, everybody on this right now. Okay, we grew up with movies and music, and they used fuck all the time. And now that is part of our vocabulary. We're not in 1950 where, I never heard my grandmother say it. I never heard my grandfather say it, but I have heard my mom and dad say it. My dad, yes, my mom, no. But me and my wife and, our kids grew up around. I'm not going to get offended by The Rock saying,
Yeah.
I mumble those words in my sleep.
I got the clip. I want to play it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, YouTube, you can go fuck yourself, because I know it'll get this part will get cut off, but Rumble will let us play it. So
okay.
Just warning you, Rob, you're gonna get a notification.
That's all right.
I like to give my buddy a heads up before I do shit.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, yeah, you're welcome. Let's see. What the hell? It was playing in the background.
The future of your business.
Great fucking commercials. Lovely.
Yay!
Oh, I have to.
Hey, Facebook, go fuck yourself with the commercials.
They're cutting that part off anyway.
Mark Zuckerberg. Is this it?
I am a visionary.
Kind of in there, but look at The Rock, Cody Rhodes.
I want some Takis.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Was another commercial?
You want some Takis, guys? Let's get some Takis in here.
Look for the video that says Cody Rhodes and The Rock.
Oh, okay. So this ain't it?
No, I mean, that's part of it, but the main part happened backstage. Actually goes all the way outside.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
he mentions like Dusty Rhodes too, and
oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. Show up and break somebody's arm.
You'll start at like where they just went outside the door, and you'll see like it's rocking all his clothes.
Who was he cussing out? Cody Rhodes or Triple H?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes. No, that was from like a month ago.
Hold on.
With Triple H.
You said it's backstage?
Yeah, it just says Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and it'll be from Monday show.
You there?
Oh. Yep, I'm here.
Sorry, you cut out for a minute, but go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was Monday show that The Rock's been heavily involved in
I'm
wrestling in the
still
last
looking
like
if you
few
want
months.
to keep talking.
Yeah.
Still looking. Oh shit! He cut.
Hey, what?
What the hell is going on here?
You're frozen on the screen.
It should be like the top video right now too, because
but just to kind of ask, why would people get so offended about the language? Like you said, the other one does it all the time.
well, I think they try. I think the WWE is now that they're owned by TKO. I think they want to go back to kind of what the Attitude Era was, where
Well, they better.
Yeah.
They're not going to have an audience much longer. I mean, because I think the superior products on the other side, and
on
they're
AEW.
edgier. Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's what the WWE is trying to
Oh.
do. They're trying to get back edgier again.
Yeah, because the other one's doing it, and they're probably drawing.
I can't find an uncensored.
Yeah, they're hard to find on uncensored. So, but you can get the gist of it. The way he talks, it's The Rock in probably the best form I've seen him in years. Like he's a bad guy. He's speaking like the old Rock, where when the old Rock like always dissed the crowd and.
Well, they're bound to get a lot of flack from that because I mean, a couple of reasons I think are kind of obvious. One is The Rock has been in all these movies and trying to be kid friendly superhero stuff. Like the Disney movie when he's going through the jungle, trying to find. So all this stuff. So he's trying to appeal to a certain audience. And if you ask me, it's like when you watch WWE, it's like trying to watch wrestling compared to AEW. It's like watching wrestling in slow motion on the Cartoon Network. Like when they walk out there and they have all these graphics on the screen, it's like, what am I watching here? It's not the same stuff I used to watch, which is fine. Audiences change, but that's cool. But
well, I think that's what they're going through right now. They're going through a change.
On them.
Yeah, they're going through a change period right now where because now The Rock is on the board. He's on the TKO board now, and he's from that era when everything was exciting with WWE. So I could already see in the last month that the product is changing a lot, and I think that's a lot of Rock's influence because he's going back to that old style. I think after WrestleMania, I'm going to say it right here, after WrestleMania, I think they're going to change it back to PG-13 or maybe even an R. Because I don't think the PG era was great for like guys like John Cena. Like John Cena was so super fan friendly that they couldn't ever like do stuff like that, even if it wasn't him. It's something he's still involved in, and he blew up so much that I think they were afraid to do edgier stuff. So now that The Rock is on the board, I think Rock wants to bring it back to where he started and that Attitude Era where everybody had a mouth on them.
Well, I think they're at a crossroads. I think as a company because I watch a lot of like stocks all day and stuff like that. This is a niche type of business, right? So it's not like just profits, bottom line all the time. So if you go for bottom line all the time, you're going to have a kid friendly product that eventually will get old, and your audience grows up. If you don't stay relevant all the time, it's like Nickelodeon. You can't have one show. You got to have a bunch of shows, and they can't do that. They have one product to sell. So they're going to have to either sacrifice bottom line in the interim to have a long-term viable product, something that people want to watch, and then play the long game. Whereas on Wall Street, everybody's playing quarter by quarter on how much they give their quarterly profits based on year over year. This is a niche company. You can't do that. And I think now that Vince is gone, they need to understand that because some people are all about the bottom line. We have a board of directors and shareholders, and that's all they care about. But you have to have a visionary as far as running the company and who the shareholders are and why they're investing anyway. They have to be invested for the long term, not year over year profits. I mean, so I was kind of surprising when they went public, to be honest with you, because you bring too much of the pop culture into it, and then we all know what happens with pop culture. It runs in cycles. It gets watered down, and wrestling's like that anyway. Yeah. But if you don't keep the core of your product what it's supposed to be, and I think when that AEW came along, that's what a lot of people were looking for that was missing after WCW went away all those years ago.
Yeah.
Some competition, and TNA wasn't doing it, and New Japan wasn't doing it, and all these others weren't doing it. They just didn't have the money
Funny though,
behind them.
TNA is back though now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just didn't have the money behind them to do what they needed to do.
yeah.
And when you watch like I've spent a little bit of time recently, if you guys are talking about it, I've watched a little bit of WWE, I've watched a little bit of AEW, especially when it comes to women's wrestling. Those gals over on AEW, hardcore, those girls are like fast.
They just
spot
got
on with what their maneuvers are. And it's like when you watch the other ones, it's like slow motion. They're trying to tell a boring story, and the others are giving you a lot of action.
Well, they just signed the former Sasha Banks to AEW too.
Yeah, and I think they lost one of their big ones to WWE, the Cargill, whatever.
Yeah, Jane Cargill is WWE now, and man, she picked up Nia Jax at the Royal Rumble, like all on her head. I was like, holy shit! Nia's like, she's like 350 or something, 365. She picked her up with ease.
They're still too busy in their women's division trying to either let Charlotte Flair run away with it, like in the early days when she was there. And they're trying to replace
Charlotte's
Lauer
been injured most of the year now. She's only wrestled like 3 matches all year.
Yeah,
I mean, all in the last 12 months. I mean, she's been injured a lot lately.
I mean, and with the tough girls, they're trying to replace Joni Lauer or what was in China. That was a one hit. You know, that was a once in a lifetime thing. You're not going to replace her as what she was with DX and all that. So just, I think probably a lot of it goes to writing, and then you don't let the people be the characters they want to be. Like when they be what they want to be, they're believable. When you see the same guy going out saying the same thing every week, it's like it's too scripted. It seems like to me on the one side.
Oh, did you type it uncensored when you were looking searches?
No. Is there an uncensored version?
If you type it in, someone might have like uploaded it. Because the TikTokers can get around that sometimes. The TikTokers will do it, and then they'll find somebody who maybe was at the show videoing it, and they'll use their version. So.
While he's looking for that,
and a lot of those guys have YouTube channels. So,
hey Mahoney, while he's looking for that, when does
I think
Beetlejuice come out?
What was it?
When does Beetlejuice come out?
I think it's either July or August.
Okay.
Did you find one?
I think this is it. Yeah.
Oh, that looks like the Triple H one.
Oh, is not it?
Is Triple H in that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is just Cody Rhodes and The Rock outside of a building.
All right.
Maybe you have to type in the date. It's Raw, the 27th, I think it was. Today's the 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the March 27th.
26th. If it was Raw,
26th.
Yeah.
If we can't find it this time, we can just move.
Yeah. I mean, they're making it hard to find. So
yes, because YouTube hates swearing. So
whatever. Jeez.
What the F ever, man.
You can't even say damn on YouTube. So gosh darn it. There we go.
Oh goodness gracious me. Yeah, I can't find it real quick. So we'll move on.
Yeah, we can go full on trans on there. Nice.
but if you're on TikTok, look it up on TikTok. You'll find it. I mean, you'll have to listen to whoever's voice is the show, but you'll still get the gist of it.
There you go.
But they would just like, I'm like, we're all adults here, like, and who brings kids to these shows? Adults do, and like you said, Poe, that you heard it from your father. So obviously, I'm sure your kids probably heard it from you at one point.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so like these aren't words that we are sacred or like we have to keep them in a lock so like nobody hears them. Like, these are everyday words. And it's like when people are angry, like The Rock's character, he was angry. He lets off F-bombs. We all do, like in real life. So
yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, well, on that note, people,
Yeah.
we are doing. Welcome to the Backwoods Horror Show. I'm Travis, and we're going to be talking about a backwoods type movie, Cody. So you got to see it for the first time, correct?
Who, me? Yes.
Yeah.
You're Cody today.
Still pro.
You're
I
Cody.
mean, I'm cool everywhere. So
You're pro everywhere.
Cody, I can be Cody. Yeah, I watched this, and I
that was
pretty good. Adam Green, he does a good.
That is so good.
This was
That is so spot on Cody's voice.
I'm gonna have to watch Cody a little bit more and then like imitate this dude. No, I watched this thing for the first time, Rob. This was I gotta tell you, man, when I first started watching, I'm like, hey, ain't that the guy from Dodgeball that fell in love with the unibrow woman? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I thought, wait a minute, where else have I seen that guy? And I'm like, Zootopia. Yeah, or something like some other thing. And it was, but anyway, I thought, oh, man. So first of all, just my overall assessment of this movie, folks. I never thought I'd like that from just seeing the trailer, but like I started watching it. 10 minutes in, it's one of those train wrecks. You're not changing the channel. You're not stopping this.
Yeah.
I watched this movie in one sitting, which I never do. And like, if you think, harken back to the old WWE days, like, remember Hillbilly Jim?
Yep.
So
Yes, I do. I
Hillbilly-
actually met Hillbilly Jim. He's a nice guy.
If Hillbilly Jim had some whiskey and got it on with Pumpkinhead, and they had a love shot,
That's it.
this is what Hatchet was. And like, I couldn't stop seeing that in my head. I'm like, Hillbilly Jim, where was he at in this? And but then like, yeah, the Hatchet guy, you couldn't kill him. Like they were even talking about shooting him 6 times. I'm like, I got that reference.
I shot him 6 times.
Oh God.
He got back up. I'm like, but wow. All right, I'll let you set this movie up, Rob. But like that movie just took me by complete surprise.
So I did some research, and this was actually a bomb at the box office.
Yeah.
It had a budget of 1.5 million, which we all know that's not a lot of money in Hollywood.
No, and I
only
heard they paid $900,000 to see the girl's boobs.
Probably. I mean, I'd be there too. Anyways, it only grossed $208,000. I also did some research. It had a limited run, but still, like, you didn't even make 1/7 of your budget. This movie actually propelled when it finally came to, DVD and Blu-ray. It exploded, like, because people were starting to see little clips on YouTube, and they were like, "Oh my God, like, we have to see this. Like, why didn't we get to see this at the theater?" And it has such a cult following now. And you can tell because now it has 3 more movies that follow. So it had to do something right as far as getting people to watch it on their TVs and wanting more. What I love about this movie the most is Adam Green's dedication to horror royalty. I mean, we have Freddy Krueger in this, Robert Englund.
Yeah.
We have Tony Todd in this, Candyman. Yep. We have John Carl Buchler, director of Friday 7. And, of course, Kane Hodder as...
Yeah, I was about to say, he was in there, wasn't he?
I called this movie Friday the 13th if it was at a swamp.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that shot 6 times paid homage to Halloween, which is... Like they hit all the classics, and of course Chainsaw.
My favorite casting though is Freddy Krueger. He has the shortest role, but because we finally get Jason as Kane Hodder versus Freddy Krueger, is instead of that piece of shit Freddy versus Jason. Who was the one that played? It was the guy from. There was the chef from Part 8. That played Jason in Freddy versus Jason.
They might as well had Chef from South Park play that. That was terrible.
No shit. So we finally get the real Jason and the real Freddy in the same movie. I got to meet Adam Green, and I told him, I was like, that movie, I cannot stop watching it. And he's like, what about the other movies? And I was like, oh, I love the other ones too. I told him I didn't get to see the last one. I still haven't got to see Victor Crowley part 4, but
Victor Crowley. Bam, bam, bam.
they should have got the rights to that song and just changed it to Victor Crowley. But yeah, so the setup is we have this guy who's having a shit time at Mardi Gras, which I don't know how anyone could have a shit time at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I would have stayed with the titties instead of wanting to go on a fucking haunted swamp tour.
Yeah.
So his buddy feels bad. Marcus, who he's hilarious. The guy who plays Marcus, he was one of my favorite characters in this movie. Like all the snide remarks and the comebacks, and the guy has perfect comic timing. And so he goes with his buddy Ben to this tour. Then we meet Tony Todd's character, and he has this weird story about someone who sued him for falling off the side of the sidewalk. But we get to see Tony Todd more. I'll give that spoiler in the next movie. So
just a little FYI here for people watching this. When you talked about him in the movie there, as being as funny as he was, does anybody remember this kid? Like when I first saw him, I'm like, I know I've seen him. He was go back to like the 80s and 90s Cosby Show. Remember Rudy's little friend Kenny?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That was Kenny?
Yeah, that took me a little bit to figure it out. And I was watching, I was like, no. And then I had to rewind and watch it. And I'm like, wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was, and then I realized I'd seen him in some other things. Like, Kenny was the same kid who was, remember Eddie Murphy Raw? And the little kid who played little Eddie and like doing the dirty jokes, the fart jokes.
Yeah, I knew that was Kenny. I knew that was Kenny.
And I'm like, wow, this guy's been a little bit of everything. So he was in Van Wilder. I don't know if you guys remember when that came out. He was in that. And so I was like, where have I seen this dude before? So just like I suddenly started remembering these things. Yeah.
Well, now I know why he has good comic timing, because like at the Cosby Show, I remember them saying that everything had to be perfect before they did a rap. So, and of course, you had to like go to Bill Cosby's room on the side once in a while too. with the Jello pops there.
He was safe. He was a male. He was safe. He only liked the females.
Well, that's true. But so we also have a guy who says he's a porno director with the two hottest chicks in the whole movie. Oh my god, these girls are hot.
And he was from The Burbs. So you might remember that he played in The Burbs.
And here's a little spoiler alert, but I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion. The girl who played Mary Beth, I think she's better than Danielle Harris, who takes over. And I know that's an unpopular opinion because everybody wants to lick Danielle Harris's pussy all the time. But like, I mean, I do too. But besides the point, there, I think she plays this character. I think she plays this character better than Danielle Harris does. I'm sure YouTube heard that one too.
Oh my god! Well,
so and then we round off
censorship, but
then we round off the cast with the actual tour guide, and he's hilarious too. I've seen him. I've seen him in another movie. Oh yeah, part 2 and part 3 as different characters.
Yeah.
Perry Shen, I think. Yeah, Perry Shen is his name.
Yeah, he must have been related to the Hatchet guy because he keeps coming back alive. No, I mean, honestly, that was a fun movie. Like when I watched it, I was like, all right, this bombed. I knew this. Like I've never heard of this before until you mentioned it. This had to bomb. And the more I'm watching, I'm like, wait a minute, there were more Hatchets made after this. This has to be a cult classic. This is like made to be a cult classic from the beginning, and then it was just kind of funny. Like the gross parts, like it's like, I mean, it's just special effects, but it's like wow, I mean, they really went overboard, like cutting the guy up, when they cut the guy's head off through his torso. I'm like, that's a little much, tearing Freddy Krueger's arms off. And, but I thought, this is as gross as it is. These guys just having fun. This was kind of funny, and I actually had a fun time watching this movie.
It was a
I was
fun time.
surprised.
And I love the tagline they used for it too, an old school American horror. And it does give you that old school feel too. It plays like a movie that was actually released in the 80s. Even the background setting, the swamp, it's like raining, it's dark. I think they did a great job with the background scenery too.
The two best supporting actors was the tour guide and Little Kenny. I thought I was vitally important, I thought, to make the movie as funny as it was.
Yeah. Keep talking for a second. I'm looking for something for the show.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Your Playboys are in the other shelf. But no, I thought those two guys were funny. I know the main character was, who he was, the guy from Dodgeball, but like, he was just trying to get through the movie. I mean, he played his part well, but like, if it wasn't for like the support of the comedy from the supporting guys, that they really moved that movie forward every scene, and it was just funny. And they worked well with each other. They bounced well off each other the whole time. Even that one scene when they got in a fight. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know. Like one guy punches. I'm just waiting. Actually, when they first started fighting, I was like, they're gonna start sissy slapping. I know this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like or it was gonna be like total cliche kung fu versus ghetto or something.
So
Everybody was kung fu fight. They could have stole that.
I like that they did use practical effects in this movie. I do like that.
Yeah, Adam Green actually said that in an interview. He said there was actually a sign on this set that said "No CGI allowed."
Oh yeah, you could tell. CGI can ruin a movie like this in a hurry. It can make it from a cult classic to nobody wants to watch it.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, if it's oversaturated with CGI, it might as well be from Asylum Pictures or whatever.
Yeah. You find your rubbers in there yet, Ron?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said earlier about the fact that CGI has its place, and there's certain movies that it just wouldn't work with, and I think this one was the example. It definitely wouldn't have worked with this movie. No, I was actually looking for my autograph Adam Green picture.
Oh. No better time during the live program.
Yeah,
I thought you were about to.
Well, I meant to do it earlier, and that's just
it's your show. I mean, your name's on the.
I mean, I can still hear you guys.
Now you are Travis. I see your ceiling. I always see Travis's ceiling. All I'm missing is the P sound.
I'll post it another time.
Oh man.
Anyways, but I told Adam Green, because I just saw Frozen after I met him, and that's another great one. If you haven't seen that one, Cyrus.
That is a good. That was done really well. That was a fucked up movie too.
It's a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I don't live that far from the ski lift. It's like literally about maybe an hour and a half from where I live.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I should go up there sometime and just do some pictures. And hey, look, I'm at Frozen. We're filming Frozen 2 right now. No, that's a really fucked up movie, especially the scene with the. Well, I don't want to give away too much because Cyrus hasn't seen it, but I'll just say the wolf scene. That's fucked up.
Is it on Tubi also?
I believe so. You could. I mean, it's been out for a while, but the gist of it is. It sounds funny because now we have the Disney's Frozen. It's nothing like that. It's about friends that are on a ski lift when they get stuck. So, and it's pretty. Crazy.
Someone wasn't told that. Someone wasn't told that there was still 3 people on the ski lift, so they close it and. They close it on a Friday, and they're not open on Saturday and Sunday. So,
yeah,
well, and they're pretty high up. So,
wow, all right.
It's kind of like one of those movies that it asks yourself, "What would you do?" So I like those kind of movies. Like, what would you do in this situation?
Would I be wearing a diaper or not?
I mean,
know.
that's up to you.
All right. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Better
usually in
than
the
wearing
course of a day, you have to. But, right?
I mean, it's more comfortable than wearing a girl's thong.
No.
And you know this how? Dude, have you been going to Planet Fitness
Okay,
again?
truth minute here. I have.
You're the reason Planet Fitness is trending, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm letting it all hang out right now.
They have to be nice to you in the dressing room, Rob. Remember that.
Oh, can you do me a quick favor? Look for a video from Adam Green called Jack Chop, like Jack as a name and Chop.
Jack Chop, huh?
Yes, it's a commercial he did years ago, and he could be a comedian himself. He's hilarious in this video. It's like a fake one of those infomercial advertising. And it's like 3 minutes long. It's hilarious. As I told them, like there should be a Jack Chop Part 2 coming out.
Oh, okay. I found it. That didn't take long. All right, I'll pull.
And this guy has a super Massachusetts accent. Like you think mine's strong? Because Adam Green is from Massachusetts, and that's why he gave me a free autograph. He didn't charge me for the autograph because I was born like a couple towns away from where he was born.
Pumpkins away with the Jack Chop. Fucking, you love jack-o'-lanterns, you fucking hate carving them.
Yep.
It's Halloween. You got trick-or-treaters up the ass. Your kids are running around like retards. You ain't got time to be carving a motherfucking pumpkin, kid. But with the Jack Chop, you can have a pumpkin carved in just minutes. I'm fucking serious, dude. Watch this shit, all right? With regular knives, it can take forever. They're not safe for kids. But watch how the Jack Chop slices right through the... No fucking more! No! Cut off your fucking finger? No fucking problem. Jack Chop. Now they're gonna charge you $1 at the CVS for one of them fake plastic pumpkins. But with the Jack Chop, you can have a real one and be the baddest dude in Revere. Now, when you're carving your jack-o'-lantern, you don't want it rolling around, falling down the steps, lighting your fucking kids on fire. So all you just gotta do is lift it right up like this and put it right down on the fucking. Oh! Nah, am I right? What? But you gotta watch out, because some pumpkins are queer. Now it's time for the face. A happy face, a scary face, or a syphilis face. Okay, here we go. Now, all right, sometimes depending on the pumpkin, the skin can be real tough. But here's the best part. With the Jack Chop, all you just gotta do is wet the blade with a little spit. Fucking cat! Fuck! Bonnet! I told you no fucking cats in the house! That's fucking tender. Other knives, they get bacteria in them. They make you cry. You're making me cry. Forget about it. But with the Jack Chop, there's nothing to clean, dude. Watch this. One, and you're fucking done, kid. Now you got time to run to Dunkin's, rob a pharmacy, shoot some OCs, or drink a strawberry quick. We're going to make Halloween fun again, one pumpkin at a time. And if you call now, you're not just going to get the Jack Chop. We're going to throw in a fucking glow stick free. Watch this. You take the fucking glow stick, you stick in your jack-o'-lantern, looks boss. Oh, fuck! Give me a Percocet! That's my eye. Come here. Get over here. Get this thing. Take the Jack Chop sells for $19.95. But if you call in the next 20 minutes, because you know we can't do this shit all day, you're going to get the fucking glow stick free. Here's how to order.
Call 555-JACK-CHOP. Call
That
now and
could
you'll
have
get
been
fucking
the trailer
glow stick
for Hatchet.
absolutely free. When you call, ask about our layaway plan for people in Lynn. Call 555-JACK-CHOP now.
That's hilarious.
The funny thing about what the town he mentioned, he said he's from Revere. Revere is kind of close to Boston. And then he mentioned the town at the end, Lynn. We have a nickname for Lynn. It's called Lynn, the city of sin. Once you go out, you never get in. It's Lynn is a very dangerous town. Like this, more fires in Lynn than the whole state of Massachusetts.
No,
It's like
first
The
you gotta-
Crow. Remember The Crow when they just the night of like buildings on fire? That's Lynn right there.
Like who lives there in that Crow movie? You know, who in the world? Well, at first you made it sound kind of appealing. You know, the city of sin. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not the kind of sin they do. I mean, they do have prostitutes and hookers,
I can
but they're
stroll in
probably
there,
burning.
yeah.
They're probably burning in the buildings too.
That's like the two staples of having something that was sin in that name.
Yeah.
Because where there's hookers, there's drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Pogo's walking in there like the Vince McMahon
Pose.
walk. Hey.
When there's hose, there's pose.
Yeah.
But one thing I didn't get to mention about Hatchet before we finish up on that is the blood scenes. They're a little far-fetched, but for some reason it works in this movie. You know how you see the flying blood against the trees. I think it's fun. It's fun how they did it. You know, you don't just see it on the person's stomach or their arms. You see it just go flying, and I actually got a kick out of that. I was laughing because I'm like, it's so unrealistic, but it's so fun in the same aspect.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of like the part where like comedy and horror comes together. It was just fun.
Yeah,
it's like,
and I mean, you guys might disagree on this, but I think he drew a little inspiration from Romero on some of these kills too, like the scene when he rips the guy apart. That is so Day of the Dead.
For sure.
Yeah,
that is so Day of the Dead right there.
Yeah.
So, but
the spot on. Good call in doing this movie. I would never have experienced this. This was an experience.
Well, now that you've seen part 1, you got to watch part 2. Is just as fun, and part 3 has one of my favorite Scream Queens is Caroline Williams is in part 3.
You know what? I'm ashamed to admit it, but yes, I will probably watch 2 and 3 within the next 2 weeks. Just because it's like, what are they going to do to like? How do you top that? Like hey, everybody's dead. But now that
all I'll say is they just give a little bit more backstory on Victor Crowley a little bit more, so you kind of understand.
So Hillbilly Jim does come back.
Yes.
Rob, all I see is your thumb.
Oh yeah. Oh, because I was holding it the wrong way.
That's what she said.
Oh, I hear Rob's voice, but I see his thumb. That's what
I was doing. I was holding it like
naughty boy.
Something he didn't want us to see back there. I guess.
No, I'm too busy listening to The Stroke by Billy Squire. I'm taking it literally too. Stroke. What? Stroke? Okay. Cool. Stroke.
At least it's that stroke and not the other kind where it kills you.
Yeah, I know. When we were young, it had a different meaning. Now I'm a little older. It's like I'm a little worried.
So we're gonna do some.
I want to listen to that in the nursing home.
Go ahead. Sorry,
Cyrus. Since you're the new one to this movie, what do you rate this?
You know what? As a comedy horror film, I'm gonna give this about like a 4 out of 5. Like,
okay.
Now if they were just trying to be straight up horror and like failed at it,
yeah,
it'd be a different story. But like the budget was good enough that it was actually a good, well-made film, and you know the acting was good enough that it was, especially like the sub actors, like I'm talking about, like the little Kenny and the tour guide.
Yeah.
You know they pushed every scene forward with their interaction and comedy, and I was like, yeah, man, 4 out of 5. I think.
There you
go.
Oh yeah. Cyrus hit it on the head. I mean, if they were trying to be serious, then yeah, it'd be totally different rating. But I think that was the key to this one being a success, is that it didn't take itself that seriously, but there was awesome, gore in it, practical effects. I mean, that's always going to get a 4 with me, especially if you do it right. Yeah. And I think they did it right, and 4. It'll be a 4 for me.
And Poe, when I saw the trailer and I first started watching, I was like, I'm giving this a 2 out of a 4.
Yeah.
But that movie literally won me over watching that. And that was cool.
you can't just watch the trailer. The trailer does not do it justice. I mean, you just got to go ahead and watch it. And
Well, that's the thing with trailers. Like trailers will show you what they want to show you, and I like the trailers that don't give away too much.
yeah,
There's some movies that I watched in the past that the trailer is basically the movie. It's like, I don't want to see people die in the trailer. Like, I want to be surprised who gets killed. So,
and you will be surprised who gets killed, or maybe you won't. I don't know. Watch the movie. You haven't seen it. I would, yeah.
Well, I'm going to give this a 4.5, and the reason I'm a little bit higher and not a 5, the 0.5 is for the ending, paying homage to Friday the 13th, with the you feel like they're safe,
yeah.
And then you see the arm come down, and you think it's Ben, and it's really Victor Crowley, and Ben already got killed. I thought that was genius. But yeah, it was definitely a homage to Mrs. Voorhees, you know.
There you go.
And the reason I didn't give it a 5 is because the worst part of this movie was actually the lead actor. To me, anyways, I thought Ben was a boring character. Yeah, he started getting some balls towards the end, but like he's just like always complaining through the whole fucking movie about his girlfriend, and you got this hot chick that you're like right next to. And,
oh no, we got hijacked.
Hey, what's up?
His ears must be burning. Like
I know, dude.
You heard somebody making fun of him.
Yeah, we call this the Backward Tower episode because this is a Hatchet. This is like a backwards type horror movie.
This is what happens when you give someone too much power. Now he just comes in when. Oh shit! He left.
Well, it's too bad he came at the like very end though. We're about to do promotions here. Well, we might as well promote since he popped in. Go watch the last Backwards Horror Show, guys.
It was for sure.
And what was the name of that guy again? They had on
the Saw guy.
Oh, yes,
Saw guy. The Saw guy. You got to go to his YouTube channel. He's been around for a long time, and check him out. And he's pretty much teamed up with the people over at Slinky's Liquor Pawn and Video, and they do reviews as well and fan commentary and all that stuff. So they do a good job. But yeah, definitely check his stuff out. Big shout out for him for doing the show. It was a fun show.
Well, I'm definitely glad that Cody didn't unplug us this week.
Let's try that one more time.
Oh, there we go.
Like I said, I just thought I couldn't help watching and thinking you guys might need somebody to end the show for you because I'm so good at that.
Yeah,
yes.
You are. Yeah,
yeah. It's so funny because we were all like, "What just happened?" And post like, "I think we are not live anymore."
Yeah, our transmission got jacked in the wrong way.
Hey, I didn't kill it this time though yet.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was listening and I just wanted to hop on for a minute and because
sure.
I am a huge not so much a Hatchet fan. Adam Green fan, yes. I really didn't. I watched Hatchet when it first came out, and I really enjoyed it. But I mean, it didn't really pop for me at the time. It wasn't until he came out with Holliston, and I watched the first season of Holliston and absolutely loved it. And then I went back and watched everything he had done prior, and including all of his Halloween shorts, Airy Scope Halloween shorts he'd done. And of course, Jack Chop. When you play Jack Chop, I was like, I got to get on here and comment on this because Jack Chop, that is a yearly ritual for us. We watch it every year in my household for Halloween.
And Cody, we do talk like that too, just like Adam Green does.
Sorry. Hey, at least you don't sound like Trav.
Yeah.
True. So Cody,
now, we got your impression of me. We need. I need to hear your Trav. Do you have a Trav?
I don't have a Trav yet.
Work on it. It's not that hard.
I will.
Welcome to the Backwoods Horror Show. I'm Travis, and I'm sitting back with my PBR.
I'll tell you something. Adam Green, a great Hatchet film. In our household, we watch Jack Chopped every year. I had to hop on here.
Close enough.
So, Cody, we were talking about promotions. When you and Trav are getting back together for a show?
Do what?
Do you know when the next Backwoods Horror is going to be?
It will be a week from this Monday.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a topic?
And we will be doing. We are actually going to the swamps. We're doing Alligator, the classic Robert Forster movie, Alligator, and Robert Bologna in Alligator 2.
Nice. I love both. I love both of those. I haven't seen them in a while, but I saw Alligator when I was like 12 years old on the old HBO with the cool entrance. Remember the cool
they used to play it all the time on HBO.
Yeah. So, Poe, do we have any shows that you're involved in? Jack Transmission or?
Hopefully we got a new Jack Transmission coming next Tuesday, pending Joey's schedule. But we're going to be covering some cool stuff on that one. I won't spoil it here.
Maybe a little bridge work, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw about that bridge.
Poe, I hope you've got some Dukes of Hazzard drops planned for that show.
Oh, I will. I definitely will.
I will be tuning in.
That was a funny meme, by the way. No, we were gonna do the Dog Nut Social Club, but my dumbass, I forgot I already had something planned for this Friday. I'm going out of town, so we'll try to get together next month. We'll just pick a Friday night and we'll have a good old time like we did the last time. So, but those are just, whenever we can get everybody aligned, those happen. There's not a set schedule on it.
We have to have the stars aligned.
Yeah, they have to. Who are wondering, Friday night, even though there's no show, I'm still going to be drinking.
Nice.
I'm not Cyrus, do you have any shows coming out on Gonzo?
Just put one out actually before I went to Frankfurt. What the heck did I talk about? Had a really fun one before that. Elizabeth Cooper, usual guest, came on. We talked about the most impressive man boobs in entertainment in Hollywood. Yeah. That was Ice-T is up there, guys. And if you're older, careful going out on the beach with those shirt on, fellas.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm proud of my man boobs.
I mean, it's one thing for a pair of pecs, and big old baloney tits, not so much. So no, it was a fun show. So I'm gonna have another one coming up. I don't have a topic on it yet. Usually I fly by the seat of my pants. But anywhere you listen to your podcast, just go search Gonzo Chronicles, and I think I'm up to about 150 shows, maybe something like that.
Nice.
And for those who, I know we run a little promo here behind my books on Amazon.
Wow.
So, did notice some sales this past month. So those of you who bought, much appreciated. I sold some Revelation Calling, which is like a real red pill if you're a conspiracy theorist. But you're looking for horror, give Dark Places a try. It's a collection of short stories. It's nothing too intense. It's like, I'm really I'm motivated by the Twilight Zone, so it was a real big influence on me. So the old Twilight Zone
is Barry Dick in any of these short stories?
Not in the horror stories, but there's some coming, right? No pun intended. I'm working on book 3. So book 3, Gonzo Chronicles.
So the juice will be lifted.
It's called Soul Searching because he accidentally sold his soul to the devil in the second one. So now he's trying to get it back because of the incessant heartburn. So but I do have a collection of short stories I'm working on called Tales from the Dick Side.
Nice.
And book cover's already done, so yeah, to be continued on that. But yes, we got some dick stories coming.
There you go. And then we got some covers there. Bam.
Awesome book right there. Yeah.
Pot of Gold.
There's aliens, Bigfoot, all kinds of stuff in this.
And then there you go. Yeah. Get them while they're hot.
So We have 2 weeks till the next Mahoney Madhouse, and I do have a topic. Drum roll. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk about Beverly Hills Cop. So, getting back to some comedy.
Nice.
We're not talking about the whole Jenna Jameson collection. At least we can do stuff to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, we can have a topic, movies that were made into pornos.
Oh God, that would be a hilarious show.
Have you seen Splendor in the Ass? What a story! What a compelling story.
I wonder if there's a Hatchet porno.
Oh God, who knows?
Yes, it's called Snatch It.
Snatch It.
or smash it.
Oh my God.
But I guess on that note,
Gorillas in her midst.
We have anything else that we want to mention before we go?
No, I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, hey, everybody, check out the last episode of Backwoods Horror Show.
I already said
where
that.
we had the Saw Guy from the Saw Guy podcast. And check out his show on YouTube. His channel's great. He's done a lot of great reviews. Super cool guy. So definitely check that out. And stay tuned for more great stuff from Dognut Media.
All right.
So, happy birthday to Amy Fields, by the way. She played Jody Shote in Sleepaway Camp 2. I wished her a happy birthday today. Yeah, I talk to her regularly, so I wish her a happy birthday today and posted on the Sleepaway Camp group that I run. And yeah, she responded to everybody. She either gave you a heart or responded, and she's an awesome person. So
you keep up with all these horror chicks. Do they ever ask about me? Ever?
No,
I can ask them. I like to get her on here. And tomorrow, by the way, is Nancy Ann Ritter's birthday from Scream, the girl in the bathroom. So
before we leave, which one of y'all wants to give a Henry fucking Rollins before we head out of here?
Cody, you can do the honors.
Oh, I am honored. Yeah, actually. But well, for all of us here at Dognut Media, good night, and say your prayers and pray to Henry fucking Rollins.